Talk to me a little bit about what life is like in the suburbs.
Life is relaxing, at least for a teenager of my age. It's very easy to get around. We all have cars provided mostly by our parents. We go to great schools. All the buildings are in pretty good shape, and it's just nice.
I think a lot of people look at the suburbs as better than the city because it is a lot of negativity in the city, but there's a lot of positive also.
The image I get is run down for the most part. I see a lot of buildings with broken windows, graffiti, very old feeling, kind of polluted a little bit more, and just not as safe as the suburbs.
I think a lot of people from the suburbs, they think that black people are under them.
How does that make you feel?
Sad.
In the suburbs, I feel that people are super close-minded to the rest of the world. All they know is their little nice city area. They don't pay a ton of attention to what's going on in the rest of the world, aside from what we hear on the news, but we don't really act on that.
People, they have stereotypes about people in Detroit, like, well, teenage pregnancies and people walking around the streets, police bus and stuff like that. You don't see all that in the suburbs because a lot of stuff is quiet in the suburbs. I feel like a lot of stuff happens underneath the rug. In Detroit, everything is out in the open.
What kind of relationships do you have with people who live in the city?
I probably couldn't even tell you one person's name who lives in the city. Once every 2 months, I'll go down there and barbecue with some homeless people, but as far as constant relationships with people in the city, I don't have a ton.
How do you think God feels about the divide?
God, I don't think he's happy with us. I think that he's sad and like his heart is broken because he sees so much division. Instead of us being one as brothers and sisters, we look at each other as levels.
I think that God would be really disappointed in me and in a lot of people because I feel that God calls us to be relational with people. As far as my life and a lot of kids my age life, we don't have that relationship with people in the city.
I think a lot of people think it's weird for them to come together or to see a black person and a white person interacting with each other. And some people are so in their comfort zone, they don't want to get out of it. They don't want to actually go out and see or go talk to someone else. They don't know nothing about the person, but off the top, they'll be like, well, she's white, she's bougie, or she's black, she's ghetto. I know she's just gonna say this and she's gonna sound like a hood rat or something like that. But instead, they stereotype instead of actually going to know for themselves. They just listen to what other people say instead of saying, okay, I'm gonna make me a white friend today. I'm gonna make me a black friend today. We're all the same people. We're all made the same way.
What would you like to see happen between city and suburbs?
A lot more people coming back instead of leaving.
If relationships between high school students, between the city and the suburbs were to form, I think it would be revolutionary.